Hello, my name is Sandra Laurel, and I will be going over my presentation of my contemporary artist, which I selected Roberto Ferri. Who is Roberto Ferri? Roberto Ferri is an Italian artist and painter born in the Italian city of Toronto in 1978, who is deeply inspired by the Baroque painters, in particular Caravaggio and other old masters. He is a painter of nudes, mythological compositions, angels, in the symbolistic, romanticism, and Baroque style. In 1996, he graduated from the Liceo Fine Arts High School in Toronto, a local art school in his hometown. He began to study painting on his own and moved to Rome in 1999 to increase research on ancient paintings in depth, concentrating on works from the early 16th to the late 19th century. His main interest was found in the paintings beginning at the end of the 16th century in particular. In 2006, he graduated with honors from the Academy of Fine Arts in Rome. Also, since 2009, he has collaborated with the Square Gallery, the Fine Arts Department of the liquid art system. Ferri's grasp of light and shadow allows him to create images full of drama and passion, which are surrounded by a halo of antiquity, but at the same time enhanced with contemporary techniques, where dreams become a material reality ready to astonish the speculator. Why does he make art? The symbolism of his paintings is referring to the sacred aspect and the profane, who he then puts himself in close dialogue in between what the good and the evil is. One symbolism that often does reference to the alchemy esotericism. Another fundamental aspect of his work is the dialogue of conflict between the good and the evil. The good and the evil that is highlighted especially in the bodies that populate his work. The evident good, let's say, of the harmonic forms that precisely transmit this feeling instead of the evil is often represented as one physical deformation, a deformation physically, but a deformation of the soul and therefore reflected in the body. And that is why sometimes, yes, they reveal bestial forms of deformations, yet spikes, horns, and teeth, which then we say the appearance also disturbing if we want to place it in this one manner of his work. What kind of work does he do? His work equaled the most skilled figurative painters in the duplication of reality and deposits a world in which the eye of the artists records and produces the order of things, a world where everything works, but there's also the space for evil. Ferri introduces dreams into reality, and the harmonic compositions dominates through his subject, often strike-twisted poses with their figurative both exactingly humans, yet triumphant and heroic. Ferri uses the Baroque style. The Baroque is a highly ornate and often exaggerated style of painting that flourished in the 17th century in Rome. It followed the Renaissance style. Baroque spread rapidly by the 1730s. It had evolved into an even more flamboyant style called Rococo, which appeared in France and Central Europe until the mid to late 18th century. The Rococo in the past was often referred to as the Le Baroque. And neoclassical styles. It was encouraged by the Catholic Church as a means to encounter the simplicity and the austerity of the Protestant art. The Baroque style used contrast movement, exuberant detail, great drama, rich deep color, and intense light and dark shadows. Baroque maintaining often dramatizes scenes using chiaroscuro light effects. Baroque painters worked deliberately to set themselves apart from the painters of the Renaissance and the Mannerisms period after it. In their palette, they used intense and warm colors and particularly made use of primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, frequently putting all three in close proximity. They avoided the even lighting of the Renaissance painting and used strong contrast of light and darkness on certain parts of the picture to direct attention to the central actions or figures. In their composition, they avoided the tranquil scenes of Renaissance paintings and chose the moments of the greatest movement and drama. Unlike the tranquil faces of the Renaissance paintings, the faces in the Baroque paintings clearly express their own emotions. They often use a symmetry with action occurring away from the center of the picture and created axes that neither vertical nor horizontal, but slanting to the left or right, giving a sense of instability and movement. They enhance this impression of movement by having the costumes of the personages blown by the wind or moved by their own gestures. The overall impressions were movement, emotions, and drama. Another essential element of the Baroque painting was allegory. Every painting told a story, had a message, often encrypted in symbols and allegoricals, which an educated viewer was expected to know and read. Baroque art was meant to evoke emotion and passion instead of the calm rationality that had been prized during the Renaissance. Now, these two pictures that we see here, I really enjoyed seeing, and they're just so dramatic and so much intensity that are shown within them. It was very difficult to perceive what I wanted to use. Roberto Ferri is one of the leading representatives of the Italian figuration, which, following the footsteps of the great Renaissance and later Baroque tradition, was able to reinvent a kind of painting which is very contemporary, but with the classical taste. Ferri's way of painting is evaluated by a technique which is almost virtuosity, where the traditional tools of the surrealism are inserted onto the traditional iconographic elements. The result maintains Angelo Crespi in works of the extraordinary beauty, although undermined by a deeply rooted inadequate of the bodies that adjust to the softness of the reason caught between sleep and wakefulness, suddenly surprised between sleep and life. Black is a boundary within the certainties collapse. The non-color that creates light and therefore colors by miraculously exuberance, slight colors, weak and temporary ripples of dark tones. Ferri's works are included in many important private collections in Rome, Milan, London, Dublin, Paris, Castle of Minburis, which is in Provence, Madrid, Barcelona, Malta, New York, Boston, Miami, and San Antonio. His paintings were also featured in the film Sangue nel mio sangue. This here is a picture that I chose that mostly caused impact for me to choose this artist as my contemporary artist of choice. This here is called the Giudizio Universale. This was by Robert Ferrari, and he created this between 2015 to 2016, and it is an oil canvas. And this is something that he created for the liquid art system, and it was first shown at the Art Château de Gasbec, and this was introduced for the days of April 9, 2016 to June 26, 2016. And we're gonna watch a short video.
Mie opere. Il giudizio universale è una commissione che ho avuto tramite il mio gallerista Franco Senesi. Ecco, una persona con cui ho un rapporto di lavoro e soprattutto di amicizia ormai da anni. Oltre a essere il mio gallerista, quindi c'è un ottimo rapporto lavorativo, c'è un bel rapporto d'amicizia che è nato dal momento in cui ho visto la stima e la voglia comunque di crederci e di investire nei miei quadri. E questo, ecco, mi fa sentire le mie opere. Il giudizio universale è una commissione che ho avuto tramite il mio gallerista Franco Senesi. Ecco, una persona con cui ho un rapporto di lavoro e soprattutto di amicizia ormai da anni. Oltre a essere il mio gallerista, quindi c'è un ottimo rapporto lavorativo, c'è un bel rapporto d'amicizia che è nato dal momento in cui ho visto la stima e la voglia delle mie opere. Il giudizio universale è una commissione che ho avuto tramite il mio gallerista Franco Senesi. Ecco, una persona con cui ho un rapporto di lavoro e soprattutto di amicizia ormai da anni. Oltre a essere il mio gallerista, quindi c'è un ottimo rapporto lavorativo, c'è un bel rapporto d'amicizia che è nato dal momento in cui ho visto la stima e la voglia comunque di crederci e di investire nei miei quadri. E questo, ecco, mi fa sentire molto gratificato, mi dà sicurezza anche nel mio operare, nel mio creare opere, e questo per me è molto importante. Sul lato destro del quadro ho voluto rappresentare la colonna di Dannati con in primo piano la figura di questa donna che sta a rappresentare l'invidia, con questo serpente che li divora le viscere. Subito dopo c'è la figura dell'accidia, quest'uomo che medita su se stesso, e quindi tutto l'aspetto malinconico dell'uomo che muore quasi in questa figura raccolta. L'ira cerca di liberarsi dalle spire di questi serpenti che lo avvolgono, e dall'urlo che lui emana fuoriescono delle mosche, insetti che generano la superbia, che cerca di schiacciare la dannata che sta a rappresentare la gola. Quindi poi viene rappresentata la lussuria, questa donna che si abbandona totalmente ai piaceri della carne, e quindi diciamo tra le braccia di questo demone che trascina con sé tutte queste anime dannate e che stringe tra le mani un cuore sanguinante. Questo movimento più armonico di anime beate che stanno a rappresentare le tre virtù teologali. di due amanti, con lei morente tra le braccia di lui. Quindi la speranza di lui di rivedere in vita lei, che però viene contaminata dal male. La fede è rivolta di spalle a Cristo, non ha bisogno di vedere Cristo per credere in Lui. È l'anima di lei che fuoriesce dalle spalle sotto forma di farfalle che si liberano in volo, che dà movimento alle due anime beate che stanno a rappresentare la carità, l'amore che poi, ecco, si libera in volo, e il corpo dell'anziano che si disfa e che diventano farfalle, che attraversano poi la porta del paradiso, che viene rappresentata quasi come se fosse una porticina stretta tra due colonne. Al centro c'è la figura di Cristo, che è quasi come se fosse un direttore d'orchestra che dirige, ecco, questo movimento vorticoso di anime, e che lui con questo attrezzo cerca di separare i due mondi.
Okay, going back to the films, the featured film of Sangue nel mio sangue was directed by Marco Bellocchio and presented at the second Venice Film Festival. And this was in September 2015. The image used is the now famous sigillum, and it is an oil canvas that he created in 2013. It's a beautiful painting. Now he also has a book which he has illustrated himself, and this he illustrated with the title Noli Foras Ire. It was in September 2013. It is a paperback and it has 160 pages. And it is the work of the Baroque-inspired contemporary Italian artist Roberto Ferri. Now this artist, also has a cologne. And this is something that I really would want to take a look into, to actually smell it. And the cologne is also called the sigillum, and I believe it has to do with the painting. Now it says, from an idea by the painter Robert Ferri, through the mastery of the perfumer Angelo Sansi, this cologne was born. Two unique instances inspired by the artist's painting. His poetry divided between the sacred and the profane, where the beauty of the human body predominates, becoming immortal. Through the smell, the scent will reveal to our senses of the secret intimacy of every picture, making us a part to allow a masterpiece. Now these two here are part of my favorite works that I thought was very interesting, that I wanted to show. This artist has also had the privilege to be able to paint the Pope himself. And there is a Pope, there is the artist himself with the painting behind him of the Pope. And on this other image, I love how the thorns come out over the woman's pelvis. And some people refer to this as the period pains. Now, the last work that I did want to show is that this artist here has exhibited many images, but his work has been offered in auctions multiple times, and the prices range between $12,000 to $14,000 depending on the size. Now, in 2018, the record price of the artist was $14,000, and this image here, this is called Las Fringe in 2011 that he painted, and this actually went for $14,000. And this is of a nude woman in the grass, a bewinged man, the eye of the beast at his waist over dangling chain and dissolving. And thank you very much for your time, and this has been my presentation. Thank you.